walking to Stonehenge on the summer solstice evening of the 20th of June 2017. Got a very special night tonight. Some interesting events are going to take place. We're going to meet up with the Druids, and I reckon about 10 or 12,000 people will come here through the night. In the early part of the evening before the sunset, not so many are here, but it's a really nice little walk just over Salisbury Plain from the new King Mounds. Yeah, so let's go and enjoy ourselves. As you can see behind me, there's serious security at Stonehenge now on the summer solstice. There's armed guards, there's massive queues going back at least 200 metres. We're only 8 o'clock PM at the moment, so this is really strange, but it's the way it is nowadays. All these terrorist attacks have caused this to happen, and just look how far it goes back.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about this one? Happy Solstice, everybody! Happy Solstice! Lovely, good to see so many happy, lovely people here. Would you like to take part in the summer solstice ceremony? Yeah! Oh, good, thank you very much. That's lovely. We'll take that as a vote of confidence then, and we shall proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, we will start this thing in the traditional way, in which we call on the quarters, it's called, which starts with the east roughly that way, and then the south roughly that way, the west that way, north that way. And so when at the end of Victoria's thing I do may there be peace in the east, we all go call and response, may there be peace in the east. I'll tell us what to do when we've done the next few ones after that, and it should be okay. We all ready? Happy to start? Yeah. Yes? Alright, let's have another one of those. Happy Solstice, everybody! Happy Solstice! Great, okay, here we go. First of all, to the east.
We call to the east and the powers of air. Hail and welcome! Hail and welcome!
May there be peace in the east. May there be peace in the east.
Inspire our thoughts and awaken our minds to know the true power that lies deep within us all. So mote it be.
So mote it be. And then again we turn this time to the south and we say, when you're ready.
We call to the south and the powers of fire. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Ignite our passion and fire our hearts, that we may stand with strength and courage in our true glory. So mote it be.
So mote it be. May there be peace in the south. May there be peace in the south. Lovely, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting the hang of this. And this next one is, of course, to the west.
We call to the west and the powers of water. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Flow through our emotions and wash away our fears until we feel at peace with who we truly are. So mote it be.
So mote it be. May there be peace in the west. May there be peace in the west. And we turn now to the north.
We call to the north and the powers of earth. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
May we honour our beautiful Mother Earth, home to us all. May we strive to love and protect her as we rejoice in the beauty of nature. So mote it be.
So mote it be. May there be peace in the north. May there be peace in the north. Lovely, ladies and gentlemen. And as we turn round towards the centre, and then of course the most important one of all goes like this. May there be peace throughout the whole world. May there be peace throughout the whole world. So mote it be. So mote it be. Lovely, ladies and gentlemen. Good. All right, well, next thing, having been doing this call and response that you've just been doing, would you like to also do a little bit of singing? Yes? Easy stuff, easy stuff. Well, I hope you find it easy. What we're going to do is what is called the Druid Mantram of the West. Now, it's not the Eastern, but it's made up of 3 letters, I and A and O. And I always tell people this to come to Stonehenge for the first time, particularly, some of you know this already. Reason why is because the I represents the sun rising east at the spring and autumn equinox. The A represents the sun rising northeast at summer solstice, southeast at winter solstice, and the O is the earth going around the sun, which ancient people knew about. But because we're also an ancient fertility religion, to us the I is the phallus of the solar god, the A is the beautiful legs of the earth goddess, and the O is the sound of a gorgeous cosmic lovemaking from which we all proceed. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the way our ancestors, if you like, saw yin and yang and all that sort of stuff, which we're familiar. They personalised it, but I don't see why not. Because we believe, ladies and gentlemen, not only is nature holy, but everything is holy. So, if we're doing this IAO, we're running the 3 letters together, I'll give you an idea of it. Take plenty of air in your lungs, so you know, hold and sustain it for a little while, and if you notice, la comes out. Wow, some of you have done this before, that's lovely. We'll do it again. Start to feel the stones vibrating. This is why they call it the giant's choir. And again, ladies and gentlemen, oh, lovely stuff. This is definitely happy solstice stuff. Lovely, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Thank you very much. All right. Well, we're going to use those in just a minute for the healing spells which we do in this ancient place, because we believe that all these ancient sites around the world are meant to be for healing, and particularly world healing, but we'll come to that a little bit more in a moment. But first of all, we need to call upon the sun and the earth and bring them together to make this moment special and sacred for all of us here, and then we'll go and do some stuff which will be fun to end it all with. I think it's the hand fasting at the end of this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, I'm going to do like we did at the beginning, 1 line at a time. So if I give you a line and you give me the same line back again, what we're doing now is we're invoking the sun. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Great One of Heaven, power of the sun.
Great One of Heaven, power of the sun.
Come again, as of old, into this thy land.
Come again, out of old, in this thy land.
We call upon thee in thy ancient names.
We call upon thee in thy ancient names.
Michael, Arthur, Lew, Balin, Herne.
Michael, Arthur, Lew, Balin, Herne.
Lift up thy shining spear of light to protect us.
Lift up thy shining spear of light to protect us.
Put to flight the powers of darkness.
Put to flight the powers of darkness.
Give us fair woodlands and green fields.
Give us fair woodlands and green fields.
Blossoming orchards and ripening corn.
Blossoming orchards and ripening corn.
And bring us to stand within thy stones of vision.
Bring us to stand within our stones of vision.
And show us the lovely realms of the gods.
And show us the lovely realms of the gods.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Lovely, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you're doing this ever so well. Well, the next bit has to be done by a lady. I'm Rollo, by the way. This is Victoria. She's going to do the next bit. And if we do a line at a time, she's going to now do the invocation to the earth.
Almighty Mother of us all,
Almighty
Mother of us all,
Mother of all fruitfulness,
Mother
of all fruitfulness,
by flower and stem and bud and fruit,
by flower and stem, bud and fruit,
by life and love and all growing things,
by life and love and all growing things.
we call upon the earth.
We call upon the earth.
Dana Teredwin,
Dana Teredwin,
Our Lady of Nature,
Our Lady of Nature.
pour forth thy blessings on all upon this broad earth.
Pour forth thy blessings on all on this broad earth.
Bring peace where there is strife.
Bring peace where there is strife.
Bring love where there is hate.
Bring love where there is hate.
And may all members of our human family
And may all members of our human family
support and tolerate each other
support and tolerate each other
in a world without end.
in a world without end.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Lovely. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and what we're going to do now is bless this cauldron of flowers, because we believe that divine shows itself in nature. After all, ladies and gentlemen, you know, mankind has done amazing things over thousands of years, Stonehenge being one of the most fabulous things that man has ever done, still here after 5,000 years. But hey, we can't make flowers. This is so beautiful. This was here before us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like to just, that lovely I-O you were doing earlier, if I give you the note, it's La. We go for it. Thank you so much. Happy solstice. And ladies and gentlemen, while we've got this lovely moment of quiet here, let's use this now. What I was talking about earlier, the world healing, that these places were you know, tapped into the grid of the ley lines all over the planet, etc., etc. We've all heard about this, and you know, ancient people built them for this very reason. And so, at the time of summer solstice, we usually reckon we have 3 wishes that we can work for at this time to help people like ourselves around the world, people in more need than ourselves around the world. And so this first one, ladies and gentlemen, is quite a gentle one. You'll see why in just a moment. This first one, if I may, is for all those people who lost their loved ones over the tragedy in London with the fire the other day and the other attacks that occurred and all the rest of it. And people sometimes lost whole members of their family, several members of their family. And it's very hard, ladies and gentlemen, to start again. I don't think it hardly needs to be said, but to help those people, the survivors, to be able to get over their great losses and be able to start again and remember them in spirit and have new lives and be okay to carry on. That's the important thing, I think, here. So it's quite a quiet one, this one, ladies and gentlemen. It goes, notice, la, Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now we're going to step up a notch this time. And this next one, and I don't see why not, ladies and gentlemen. See what you think about it yourselves, obviously. But I think it's time we overturned austerity. Because I mean, it is nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. It means that large corporations and banks all over the world don't pay any interest whatsoever, while the rest of us pay for the nose for bloody everything. And I don't think that's quite exactly right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you feel like doing this one, to overturn austerity, so, but, you know, distribution of wealth in our nation and other nations around the world, because it's all controlled, you all know that. So it brings us right down in favour of humanity and people that need wealth to be distributed out to them so that they're not starving and poor and all the rest of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this one, the overturning of austerity, the note is La Let it be. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's really lovely. Good. Okay. Well, if you like this one, see what you think about this one. Okay. Very naughty. I shouldn't be doing this. You know, we're really just. Anyway, if you also think that basically the President of the United States recently has managed to come out of global warming, has managed to try to end the peace with Russia, is doing arms for oil with Islamic terrorists, and you don't think it's a good idea, if you think he ought to leave office the way Mrs May nearly did the other day, ladies and gentlemen, the note is law So motive me. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was lovely. I think we should give ourselves, definitely give ourselves another happy solstice, everybody! I better move on to hand fasting because I have promised, ladies and gentlemen, we might have a hand fasting. So, unless there's anything else that needs to be done before the hand fasting, anywhere? No? Okay, then I'm going to ask if Hugh and JJ will stand up and come up to where there's this cauldron of flowers. Hugh, do you take JJ to your hand at the setting of the sun and the rising of the stars?
Yes, I do.
He does, ladies and gentlemen. JJ, do you take Hugh to your hand at the setting of the sun and the rising of the stars?
Yes.
And and JJ, it's me.
We call to the east and the powers of air. Farewell and blessings.
Farewell and blessings.
Farewell and blessings.
May there be peace in the east.
May there be peace in the east.
We call to the south and the powers of fire. Farewell and blessings.
Farewell and blessings.
May there be peace in the south.
May
May there be peace in the south.
And we turn around to the west.
We call to the west and the powers of water. Farewell and blessings.
Farewell.
Farewell and blessings.
May there be peace in the west.
May there be peace in the west.
We call to the north and the powers of earth. Farewell and blessings.
Farewell
and blessings.
May there be peace in the north.
May there be peace in the north.
And most importantly of all, ladies and gentlemen, return back to the centre. May there be peace throughout the whole world.
May there be peace throughout the whole world.
Lovely, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate Stonehenge and the
here at Stonehenge, summer solstice evening. Tomorrow is the proper solstice 2017. So what do you make of it so far, Rollo?
Well, I mean, it's been a really nice evening. You know, it's been a great blessing that heat has died down, because it was absolutely stifling about 4 o'clock. But fortunately, by the time people got in about 7 or 8 o'clock, it was starting to feel much cooler, and has been since, and that's really good. And, well, I don't know what the size of the crowd is yet, because the evening crowd hasn't turned up yet, but the early evening crowd seem to be in fine voice and enjoying the ceremonies and everything. And I hear some friends of ours got hand fasted.
And is there any, I mean, it's all a bit different here. We feel there's different people here, there's slightly different vibe, there's extreme security measures, even armed police or soldiers or whatever. Is there like a kind of, do you think that's relevant here? Do you think that should be?
Well, it's
like
terrible when it has to happen, but on the other hand, you know, the terribleness of anything actually going wrong, of course, is infinitely greater. So, you know, given that it's relatively low-key and held back and not intrusive, then I guess it's better that you know, large-scale events up and down the country are properly monitored and secure, because well, there's been enough of it just recently, hasn't there?
Yeah, that's true. It just feels strange, doesn't it, for somewhere, just a stone circle, you know, the premier stone circle of the world probably.
Yes.
But still, it seems strange that would need to happen at such a place, but
yes,
the popularity of this place makes it so, I guess.
Well, I suppose you can also say, but if America and to some degree ourselves stopped bombing so many countries in the Middle East, they wouldn't have a reason to want to strike back at us, isn't it?
Yes, true. And Arthur Pendragon, King Arthur, have you seen him tonight yet?
No, I haven't seen him tonight. No, he's I don't know if he's planning to do some sort of coup in the morning, or whether he's just going to join hands with us across the fence from the National Trust property above the Hillstone, probably.
And this is partly because he didn't win the court case with the sort of pay for prey parking charges, so he's sort of still making a stand against that, I understand, yeah? Yes,
it seems to be necessary to see if we can take it any further. That was just an ordinary magistrate's court, and they more or less ruled on, you know, on whether the price was the correct price or whatever, you know, which is not the same as if you take it to judicial review and the judges actually have to make a ruling on the law and whether it's legal to do this or not. So, you know, there's a lot of, you know, people sort of think, should we give up or should we go further? And it would be good if certainly we were able to get a fix of what the law is.
Okay, so all in good time. Well, hopefully I'll have a chat with Arthur about that later. And what time? It's the evening now, the sun's just set on the 20th of June, and tomorrow morning at 21st of June, what time is the sunrise and the big celebrations?
Well, it's around about 4:30, 10 to 5 probably by the time it's up, so we'll all be down by the Hillstone, because it seems to be easier than trying to get into a stone circle that's already full to overflowing, and you can hear the South Street down there, and you, most importantly, you can see the sunrise.
Okay, well, happy solstice, Rollo.
Happy solstice to you, and congratulations to you, JJ.
Thank you.
This is the second year they charged.
This is second year.
Yeah, they charged last year, so I.
Same price.
They charged. No, they also charged at winter just to be bad.
Same price, roughly.
No, £5 at winter.
No, it was less money at winter, but either way, I didn't get in at winter either. So.
What's the next stage with that, Arthur?
Probably judicial review. I don't know yet. I haven't thought it through, but I'm not giving up. That's for sure. And I'm certainly not going to pay to pray.
No.
I mean, the judge said, well, it wasn't. You know, he ruled with them, and they said, you know, it was just parking charges. But the fact is, I mean, you know as well as I do. You know, a list that long of all the droves around here that they closed off and close off, like they closed off last night. You can't park anywhere unless you pay them money. So, however they dress it up, it's an entrance fee.
And there's less people.
So, yeah.
Because of it, which is exactly.
Do we know about the numbers?
Are you representing the other half or 3/4 of the people who would normally be here tonight and this morning?
Turner!
But who aren't here because of the parking charges? Yeah.
Right.
Last year we were expecting 24,000 and we got 12,000 because half of the people didn't turn up because of the parking charges and because of the ban on alcohol. This year, I don't know what the figures are, but looking in there, you lot don't look like 24,000 to me. So I'm representing the whatever less of 24,000 who decided not to turn up because of their stupid charges. And like I say, they can dress it up however they like. It's not a parking charge, it's a pay-to-pray policy.
And a restriction in numbers.
And yeah,
For that.
and they're just bringing in more and more restrictions, which is why if they're going to restrict me and they're going to not allow me to park free of charge, then they're not allowing me in. So if they're not allowing me in, I'm going to
This
be
is why
out.
we're joining hands with you across
That's
the
right,
fence.
and we
Respect all
will.
people feel the
I'm
same.
expecting a few more my side, but if not, we'll join. Yeah.
All right.
Break out! Never mind breaking into Stonehenge. You want to break out and join me this side of the fence?
Yeah.
Otherwise, will you be there if we do a circle in just a minute?
I will.
You
I most certainly will.
Oh, good. So you
Join
will
hands
be
and we'll shout to one another.
Yeah,
Yes.
you call
in the
it.
proceedings.
You call it, and we'll join hands out here. Start with Druid's bell. Right, I'll do well, we got our semicircle. Where's yours? Come on.
It's too early. It's too early.
For those who don't know the Druid's vow, you will do. We say it 3 times. And when we say the word spirit, it can mean any belief structure that you adhere to. You don't have to be overtly Druid or overtly pagan to say the Druid's vow. And it goes something like this. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. Well done!
For joining hands with us, that's really lovely and supporting that point of view.
And thank you for joining us.
Great One of Heaven, Power of the Sun.
Great one of heaven, power of the sun.
Come again as of old into this thy land.
Come again as of old into this thy land.
We call upon thee in thine ancient names.
We call upon thee in thine ancient names.
Michael, Arthur, Balin, Lou, Herne.
Michael, Arthur, Balin, Lou, Herne.
Lift up thy shining spear of light to protect us.
Lift up thy shining spear of light to protect us.
Put to flight the powers of darkness.
Put to flight the
Powers of darkness.
Give us blossoming orchards and green fields.
Give us blossoming orchards and green fields.
Fair woodlands and ripening corn.
Fair woodlands and ripening corn.
And bring us to stand beside thy stones of vision.
Bring us to stand beside stones of vision.
And show us the lovely realms of the gods.
And show us the lovely realms of the gods.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
This is where traditionally we have 3 wishes. but we can work at this place. And as I think you've heard enough times probably by now, Stonehenge was always regarded as a temple of healing, a temple of world healing, more importantly so than that. And even down here within this radius here by the lovely heelstone, it works just as well in the ground here as it does where we're inside the circle. So while we wait for the sun, perhaps we can have a go at these 3 wishes. If you're happy with it, we'll do it by using sound to ripple down the ley lines, set around the planet and all the rest of it, when we do the IOs again in just a moment. But this first one, ladies and gentlemen, and we want to do it fairly quietly, you'll see why in a minute. It's basically for all those people, those poor people that lost relatives in the recent fire and the recent attacks and all the rest of it. It's a terrible thing, and for people to come to terms with, some of them lost whole families and all the rest of it, and to be able to have renewed hope and purpose, keep on living and keep the connections going in spirit and start new lives again, because this is just really so important. So if you will, please, ladies and gentlemen, notice la, it's a fairly quiet one, so it's Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, it's lovely, thank you so much. And well, this next one, really, well, yeah, I mean, see if you feel, what you think about this one. But I think, basically, I'm going to share this with you, but it's really time that we overturned austerity, because really I can't see anything in this phrase other than it means basically that banks and corporations can get away with charging no interest whatsoever, and the rest of us are bled dry. So it seems to be a form of slavery, but we really could do without in this 21st century. Yes. So if you're happy with that one, ladies and gentlemen, okay, well the note for overturning austerity is la, Thank you. Oh, well, if you're happy with those, this next one, which we're going to do, we hope we're going to be happy with this next one as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps it is time that Mr. Trump had a sort of Mrs. May moment, really. I was perhaps forced to reconsider his position, because, I mean, we're talking about somebody here who's just pulled out of a global warming treaties, who's almost broken the peace with Russia, and up to now has been supplying arms for oil to the terrorists. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you feel this is something that really could be changed and he really needs to have a rethink moment, as dear Mrs. May had the other day, quite obviously, then this one's for you. And the note is la,
I've never seen anything more glorious, more hopeful than the setting sun last night. How beautiful, like a huge orange Saturn with a ring. And then coming here amidst the beautiful white carpet, there may not have been as many people as there has been hitherto, but there were many, many, many bubbles in the henge for all you henge huggers. How you hugged the henge, how warm it was, how warm.
The poor relations on the outside.
How warm. Hopefully you are warm too. And then in the stones, the blueness and then the greenness of the sky. And then we came out, and there was the morning stars, orange and bright, and then the scimitar moon, red, with our dawn coming up. And then Venus, the morning star, turned silver, and the moon creamy. And now we wait for our glorious dawn of hope, and it will be great hope for us all, great fertility and great joy to all.
Oh, bless you, bless you, Steve. Do something immediately. Let's go here. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, that was so nice. This really calls for another tune, I think, from Nick, if he's willing.
Bow as we began. Hopefully you'll all remember it by now. Join hands, form a circle, and it goes goes something like this. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our most sacred vow. So mote it be. 3 cheers for the solstice. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
Oh, I actually really